Manchester City's captain, Belgian defender Vincent Kompany, second L, and Manchester City's Argentinian striker Sergio Aguero lift up the Premier League trophy on the pitch after the English Premier League football match between Manchester City and Huddersfield Town at the Etihad Stadium in Manchester, North West England, on May 6, 2018. AFP photo, Paul ELLIS, restricted to editorial use. No use with unauthorized audio, video, data, fixture lists, club, league logos or live services. Online in-match use limited to 75 images, no video emulation. No use in betting, games or single club, league, player publications, image credits, file photo. Chelsea are still in the top 4 hunt thanks to a narrow win over Liverpool in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge. The Blues went ahead against the run of play in the 35th minute. Moses did the hard work before crossing for Olivier Giroud, who beat keeper Loris Karius with his header. Ex-Chelsea man Mohamed Salah then blotted his otherwise pristine copybook when he took a dive and received a booking when under pressure from Gary Cahill. Antonio was rightly denied a second just before the hour mark when he was ruled offside after a Cesc Fabregas corner was flicked into his path. Marcos Alonso came even closer when he lashed a supreme volley inches wide. Substitute Dominic Solanke could have killed off former club Chelsea's Champions League hopes at the death but headed wide under pressure from Rudiger. Arsenal 5-0 Burnley. Arsenal took Burnley to the cleaners to celebrate boss Arsene Wenger's last game at the Emirates Stadium. The Gunners sealed 6th place in the Premier League with victory, avoiding a July start to next season and having to qualify for the Europa League in the process. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang got the ball rolling in the 14th minute with a smart far post finish. Alex Lacazette made it 2 on the stroke of half-time when he volleyed home. Said Kolasinac smashed in the third on 54 minutes after silky work from Jack Wilshere. Alex Iwobi then picked out the top of the net after Aubameyang's pass to make it 4. And the Gabon Flyer found the far corner with 15 minutes to go to seal the perfect farewell for the legendary Frenchman on home turf. Manchester City 0-0 Huddersfield. Manchester City partied in the sunshine at the Etihad Stadium as they lifted the Premier League trophy. But the champions did so after being denied on the day by the stubborn resistance of relegation-threatened Huddersfield. It was David Wagner's side who caught the hosts by surprise with an adventurous start. They were almost rewarded after 20 minutes, only for Ederson to pull off a fingertip save to deny Alex Pritchard's curling shot. A high defensive line and a hard-working display began to take its toll on the Yorkshire side after the break. They collected a couple of bookings as legs tired before bodies started to drop amid a mammoth effort. Chris Lowe was the most notable as he received treatment for cramp before hobbling off. And all the while City couldn't find a winner. But Pep Guardiola's side has already done that and then some over a magnificent season. For the Terriers, the end-of-season party will be just as raucous if the point proves enough to keep them in the big time. West Brom 1-0 Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur's Argentinian midfielder Eric Lamela vies with West Bromwich Albion's English midfielder Jake Livermore during the English Premier League football match between West Bromwich Albion and Tottenham Hotspur at the Hawthorn Stadium in West Bromwich, Central England, on May 5, 2018, Tottenham Hotspur's Argentinian midfielder Eric Lamela vies with West Bromwich Albion's English midfielder Jake Livermore during the English Premier League football match between West Bromwich Albion and Tottenham Hotspur at the Hawthorn Stadium in West Bromwich, Central England, on May 5, 2018. Jake Livermore stunned his former club Tottenham with an injury-time goal for West Brom that keeps the Baggies' survival dream alive. Livermore's goal lifted the Baggies off the bottom for the first time this year, although the odds remain stacked against stand-in boss Darren Moore and co. There were chances aplenty for Spurs in the first half. Ben Foster was kept busy, saving efforts from Victor Wanyama and Harry Kane before the break. Knowing only a win would prevent them from going down on the day, the hosts went on the front foot and were rewarded with a life-saving 3 points. Stoke 1-2 Crystal Palace. A late winner from Patrick Van Aanholt helped Crystal Palace come from behind to seal Stoke's relegation after a decade in the Premier League. Xherdan Shaqiri had put the home side ahead on 43 minutes at the Bet365 Stadium. His well-taken free kick went in via a slight deflection off Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Palace drew level with 22 minutes to go through James McArthur, with Van Aanholt completing the turnaround in the 86th minute. Everton 1-1 Southampton. Southampton let a 1-goal lead slip in the dying minutes of a tense clash at Goodison Park on Saturday, dealing a blow to their Premier League survival hopes. Nathan Redmond had scored in the 56th minute to put the Saints ahead, and they looked on track for a drop-busting result. But the final stages of the match, which saw 6 minutes of stoppage time, was packed with action. Maya Yoshida was sent off in the 85th minute when he collected his second yellow card of the game. Mark Hughes' side were made to pay. Tom Davies found the back of the net with the last touch of the game in the 5th minute of stoppage time. It dented the visitors, but wasn't enough to prevent under-fire home boss Sam Allardyce from being booed off once again. Bournemouth 1-0. Swansea City are back in the relegation zone after losing to Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Despite a number of first-half chances, the Swans couldn't find the back of the net. The Cherries found the breakthrough just before the break with South Africa-born Andrew Surman nudging a free kick to Ryan Fraser, who found the top right-hand corner. Leicester 0-2. West Ham edged further from the relegation zone with a 2-0 victory over collapsing Leicester at the King Power Stadium. Marko Arnautovic's cross found João Mario in the 34th minute, with Mario slotting in from 12 yards out. Captain Mark Noble doubled their advantage with 25 minutes remaining, latching onto the loose ball to superbly volley home. The boos rang out in the East Midlands at full time, with home boss Claude Puel's continued employment looking ever more dubious. Watford 2-1. Newcastle. Watford beat Newcastle at Vicarage Road on Saturday to confirm their Premier League status for another season. Roberto Pereira opened the hosts' account just 2 minutes in and then crossed for Andre Gray ahead in the second in the 28th minute. Ios Perez pulled a goal back on 55 minutes for the visitors from Javier Manquillo's deep cross. Brighton 1-0. Manchester United. Pascal Gross was the hero as Brighton sealed their Premier League survival with a shock win over Manchester United on Friday night. It means Jose Mourinho's side are still not certain to finish the season in second ahead of Liverpool. Perennial United Player of the Year David De Gea had to be sharp to keep out efforts from Glenn Murray and Jose Izquierdo. But Gross out-muscled Ashley Young to head home in the 57th minute at the Amex Stadium. So it's job done for the Seagulls and their boss Chris Hughton. But United still have work to do in their final pair of fixtures before the FA Cup final. EPL table on the 6th of May. Standings provided by SofaScore Live Score.